Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on the time you're watching this. So, how are you? This is, as usual, the first part of Breakfast with Chris, pre recorded, and hopefully, I'll be able to go live after this premiere has finished. Last week, I just couldn't. I had kind of a personal issue, stomach flu, or something like that, so I just decided to sleep a little bit more and not necessarily wake up that early. So, what are we doing today? I'm just going to show you some of the things that I have been doing. Not been able to work much because it's the last 3 weeks of the term, so I really need to have a lot of time dedicated to marking compositions and other things, quizzes, check oral productions and things like that. But I started 2 experiments, a real otter versus another one that is not that real but is so cute, and I'm planning to use probably ink pens or regular color pencils with this one. Let me just go and get my eraser. So I have on my other desk my lesson planning that I've been doing also, and I'm testing this new setup for recording. I think it's okay for these ones that are pre-recorded. I still have to test this with real streaming, so let's see how it goes. Let me just move this around. Okay, so this is what we have here, and the order that I have here. I don't have the reference photo here with me, I think, but I have it checking my email. Sorry if it just went like that. So it's very early on Wednesday, and today we have a lot of things to do. Actually, I have to go out and do some interesting chores. Look at this. I cannot find the order that I want to use. Let me double check if this is the one. Oh yeah, this is the one. So this is going to be my reference for this cute little girl because it's called Miss Pepys. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I don't know if I'm going to do this with strictly gel pens. I have two. This is HB brand, and I think it's really nice. And finally, I got hold on to this one. It's a 0.5, and these two I think are the best blacks that I have found. This is how the Sharpie behaves when you activate it with water. This is something that I learned from Mary, from the Mary Atelier, and this is the HEB brand, this one. So as soon as the school supply season starts, I'm going to go and get more of these. I have two more new. This one I got the blister with 2, so that's more than enough. This one is like a 0.7, which is good, and this one is the 0.5. So with these two, more than enough. Okay. And well, I've been experimenting here on this notebook. I like the paper, but the paper is very I think it's recycled, not very thick, but not extremely thin. And it holds water. I mean, it doesn't crumble that much. At least, not something that I really don't like. So this is one. I don't know why I have right now a love for otters, but certainly I have a lot of otter projects going on, and this depends. Just hold here very well. Something else that I've been doing, it's experimenting with colored pencils. And let me see where I put my work. Oh, it's not here. But this is going to be good as a background. So let me just put something here, white, so you can get to see it. So I got these two mini samples. One it's indented for all the whiskers, and the other one is more or less half done. I haven't been able to advance this one much. And this one, I'm going to show you my reference. It's this guy. It's kind of a baby otter. So I'm trying this tanned paper, which is very thin, and this one is mixed media paper, and I wanted to do a big one on this paper, but I haven't had the time, because first I have to finish these two, of course, and I have the other coloring going around. So for this cute little otter, I'm going to show you what I'm using. Let's see what we have here. So I'm using a combination of Rembrandt Polycolor. I'm using Derwent Artists, and I'm using what you know right now as Prismacolor Premier, but I have these ones from 1997, 1996, 98, I think, that it was still better Prismacolor. And a lot of people complained about, oh, the quality of the pencils, they're just so bad, and this and that. And it's like a rumor going on. And people are saying, oh, the new ones, the Premiere, they don't have the course centered or something like that. And I'm just going to show you, and I don't have it here, but I'm just going to show you that this has been an issue for a long time. Not saying that when the factory was moved to Mexico was a bad decision, but it was not exclusive. Okay, this is a Premiere. It looks like this because of an accident that I don't want to tell you about, but look at the core. It's not centered. It's Premiere, so recent. This one is like around 5 years old, probably 5-6 years old. And this one from 1997, 1998. Look at the core. It's not centered. Okay, it's not centered. So this has been an issue for a long time. And I have got other colors. Let me go and get them. As I'm here in my bedroom studio, I can get a hold of my things really fast. I just scared my cat out of like something, but I have here somewhere a pencil that is totally broken. Let's see if I can find it in less than 3 minutes as you listen to me in the background. But no, I cannot find it. So probably I have it. Probably have it here, and I didn't realize I have them with rubber bands. Oh yeah, here you have it. I got it. I had it there all the time, and I didn't notice. Okay. So quality issues, the course, and all that a lot of people complained and this and that. Well, remember, I'm talking about Beryl Prismacolor 1997, 1998. These were a gift, and look at this one. This is how it came from the factory. Totally chipped off. So well, it was a gift, so no problem. I have been using this one, but there you go. So the quality issues have been around all the time. Some people get really upset and bothered, and they return complete sets. I don't. I get hold of the material, I use it, and I like it. Okay, because then I can buy more. Of course, I'm not planning to buy any Prismacolor Premiere in the near future. I still have that set, brand new. And certainly, I have seen that these ones, the juniors, are good enough. So they have a lot of binding materials. They are not as soft as the Premiere, but it's, I mean, it's good. As I don't really have commissions right now to worry about, then no big deal. It's not that I really need to use artist grade material for a coloring book or something like that. So this is what I've been doing. I'm going to show you a little bit. I don't know which one will look better on camera, but let me just go and see if I can show you a little bit how I work with these guys. I'm separating a little bit the Prismacolors from the other brands that I have, because more or less the same colors are for the gorilla here, but let's see. So here we have a little bit of Derwent Prismacolor. There you go. So let's see what we can do here. All right, you can probably listen to a lot of birdies in the background. It's early on Wednesday. It's not yet 9 a.m. Oh no, it's 9 a.m. already. So that's good. Okay. My cat, I don't know what he just did downstairs. Did something very nasty, I think. Because I can hear the scandal. Okay. A lot of people just say, oh my god, this is just so detailed. Yeah, if you really want something detailed using color pencils, the only thing to do is that, almost hair by hair, until you cover all your surface. Just don't press so hard. Try to lay a very, very soft layer, so you can build and build and build on top of these layers. If it's 100% color pencil drawing, it all depends on how detailed you want to go, but it can take you from 5 to 10 hours size like this. Take breaks. As I've mentioned before, breaks are important because if not, you can hurt your wrist and your hand. That's not a good idea. Keep them safe. Some people work in sections and they have one section finished as they move on and they carry on like this. Some people start with the eyes and they have the eyes finished and then they go and do something different, like around the face or around the certain body parts. I kind of go around all the drawing, just trying to see where I can find a similar color to the one I'm holding and just put some bits of this. Okay. If I can go live, I will show you the 3D decoupage that I mentioned during Dee Dee Willingham's live stream on Wednesday. So something that my aunt created time ago, a long time ago. So since I remember, I saw that framed picture and I thought it was beautiful. I've never tried it because I'll have to frame something and I don't know if I have enough space to put all those frames. Then I will also show you the coloring books that I got for my birthday. That was yesterday, April the 25th. You're going to be watching this on Sunday, so it's going to be already way too belated. I think that's how we say it. But anyway, my dad was very, very kind to send me a gift through Amazon. It's not here yet. It's Wednesday. It's not here yet. But I think it's going to be here tomorrow, Thursday, the 27th. And it's going to be a Prismacolor pastel set, which I think is fascinating. Because I'm not really a macaron or pastel color girl, but I think it's going to be quite interesting to use that set. Just what, maybe one page in a coloring book with that set. Okay, I'm really trying hard to do this 100% pencil. I'm not sure if I should offer commissioned work. I would love to, but then I will have a very, very tricky time trying to see if I can comply to certain delivery times, you know, because it is a reality that let me see where my white here. It's a reality that grading, working as a teacher, it's full-time issue sometimes. This one is a scholar, so it doesn't lay that well. But anyway, I can later on go through different pencils. I don't think this white is going to lay quite good. No, these ones, their ones are harder than Prismacolor. They're good for sharpening them to certain pointy tips. Okay, here we go. All right, this guy has got this brown here. And of course, the eye is totally black. You can see it there. Okay, have it in zoom. You can see it there. But I normally wait. The black is normally the last color I use. Okay, Nico is here. Nico the cat is here. And I suppose he's here because he heard all these birdies going around. I don't know what to do with the whiskers. I have them there, but if I use right now another thing to cover this coat, this fur coat, it's not going to be good for the whiskers. Well, so I'm doing this. I'm trying to think, should I offer commission work? Will people here be willing to pay for commissioned work? I'm not sure. There are some artists in the area. There's one. He's really good. And that's the only thing that he does. He uses graphite, I think, oil or acrylic, I'm not so sure. And he normally does very, very quick commissions. But that's when you're a full-time artist, you know. So I don't know. Should I be patient enough to sit down at least 2 or 3 hours, maybe 4 hours every day and do this? So those are questions I need to kind of answer before I do whatever. Okay, what I like about this paper is that you already have the mid-tone. So, and I don't want something hyper realistic. I think hyper realism is beautiful. I mean, once I tried to do that, but now with all the digital tools that we have, the resolution on the screen, printing, we can just very well choose a photo, enhance it on Lightroom, Photoshop, whatever, and then just go and print on canvas, and you have your own photo, hyper realistic, no big deal. When cameras were not necessarily that good, probably it was worth it. But right now, I'm not so sure if hyperrealism could be a thing or a good thing to do or to offer. A lot of people during the lockdowns, during the pandemic, in other countries, they discovered their artistic abilities, and now they have art schools and things like that, because, well, people just were bored. They just didn't know what to do. And that's very, very interesting. I didn't stop working during the pandemic. I had online classes, and they were really, really hard, guys. Really hard, because the students just wouldn't engage. Some of them were supposed to be there, but they had their cameras off. Probably they were just there, just listening, but not working. During those times, my internet connection was breaking all the time, and I mean all the time. So it was just so hard. It was like talking to the boys in some cases. The only time they reacted to turning on their cameras was when my cats appeared on the screen, on camera. That's when everybody just went like, "Oh, this is such a cute kitty," and this and that, and that's when they reacted. So there were some sessions that I intentionally had my cats on camera so the students could just interact with me a little bit. And I understand it. They were sitting down 7 hours from Monday to Friday, doing activities, listening to this, listening to that. It was just horrible. And their personalities totally changed. Especially the high schoolers that now we have at university. They're so offended by anything. I'm just surprised how that works, how they feel that whatever you say might offend them. So I don't know. And now with the development of the artificial intelligence, sorry if my arm is here. I have Nico just messing around. So I need to move him. He wants to come and sleep here next to me. Or in front of me, I should say. But it's not good. I don't want him to just come here. No, 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 no. Okay. So that was Nico messing around. So he had to go because he was about to drop something. And he got scared and he left. So, okay. But anyway. Oh, I went out of focus when I stood up. Well, so we're talking about the artificial intelligences. This week we covered a unit about job interviews and occupations, well, you name it. So it was mainly vocabulary. So I investigated for the students more than 30 apps for artificial intelligence, and scary. Very scary. There are a lot of professions that in the next 10 years will just transform. Some of them will probably vanish. Teachers at college, high school, university level, they will just disappear. I mean, you can find information on YouTube. And why am I mentioning this regarding my students? Because their professions will also be affected. It could be just so fast that right now that they are in a second semester, that they are freshmen, fresh women, I don't know. Maybe the moment they graduate, they'll see their profession or what the area they wanted to have a career at has already been replaced by artificial intelligence. Maybe they will need to prepare much better if they do want to be competitive in their area. So when you think about that, when you see that this is just moving so fast that there's little time to react, what can you do? How can you cope? So I'm trying to convince my students not to pay attention to grades, but to pay attention to skills. But it's hard, you know. They still get upset if they don't get a 9. And I'm like, guys, outside, nobody's going to care if you have a 9 or a 10. They're going to care if you have the skills. That's what's important right now. That you have the skills, that you anticipated to the changes, that you know how to do things, that you have critical thinking, that you know how to work under pressure, that you know how to be strict with yourselves because somebody else was strict with you. But they don't get it. And I'm afraid they won't get it until it's too late. But yeah, I'm the mean teacher, the one who's strict, the one who is not recommended, and the one who will probably have no classes very soon because they cannot tolerate somebody who is strict. And I'm not that strict. You should see some of my classmates. Well, classmates, co-workers, sorry. You should see some of them. The ones that I have met in all these years of teaching. 25, more than 25 years teaching. But this investigation with the artificial intelligence that I did this week, I did a lot of research, has opened my eyes. I need to do something else. I won't be able to teach longer. That won't happen. Look at this. Getting close to the camera so you can see it. So, and I won't be able to be teaching longer because artificial intelligence will just do the job. Will automatically correct the work, to give them the information, give them whatever they need, and that's it. No need for teachers at university, college, or high school. Just for the basic education, because these kids need to grow human. That's also ironic. I won't say why, but it's ironic. So, what people in the future will suffer. It's cancel culture. Teachers will be cancelled because of what they say. And I just lived that last week. And probably I will continue. So that's why my initial thoughts about could I make a decent living out of this? Because my culture, my society is not praising art like this, you know. They normally go and ask. You give them a budget, because that's the idea. You give them a budget. And this is how much this will cost you. And they go and say, really? That much? I have a nephew, a cousin that can't do it in half the price. And that's what they normally say. And then you go and say, well, ask your cousin, your nephew, your niece to do it for you. Because what I'm pricing is the experience, the knowledge that I have with this material. And then you are just recommended again badly. No, don't go to these artists because it's too expensive. So, and I have a friend who literally stopped working with local clients. Literally. He only works with international clients. He doesn't do traditional, he works digital. Commissions that I cannot show here because it's a family show, of course. But you can get an idea of the type of commissions he works with. And he asks for 100% payment in advance. 100%. You don't pay the 100% beforehand, you don't get on his list for a commission. And the international clients are so happy with that. They get their file, digital file, and there they go. Happy clients. There's no way I can do that here. And sometimes you ask for a 50% in advance, and just people say, no, why should I? I'll pay full when I receive it. And a lot of people have been scammed with that. So probably finish up selling something or working at a supermarket or somewhere that you still face customers. Who knows? Life gets in the middle. And in my case, I will have to adapt soon. Okay, let me go and see if I have here more whites. No, these are blenders. These are erasers. I'm trying to see if I have my Premier White. Yes. The only thing that I regret is that when I had the chance to buy Prismacolor open stock, I didn't. And I should have bought a lot of whites and a lot of blacks. And I don't have any. Nowhere in Mexico you can get right now open stock Prismacolor. Impossible. But you see how this lays much better when it's the professional one, when it's the premiere. But as I mentioned before, I'll try really hard not to use something different here, like add mixed media or something. But so far I think it looks good. And it's not necessarily looking like hyper realistic, but it's realistic enough for me and for my style. Let me see how I'm doing in timing, because I need to go out, as I mentioned. I need to go out at around 10 a.m. Give my dad some time to rest. He went hiking. I just couldn't go with him because of my class preparation. Okay. I hope you like what you see here. And I'm sorry about my rants. I'm very sorry. But my grandmother, from my dad's side does. She was a teacher. My aunts, the sisters of my dad, they were teachers. My uncle, the brother, he was a teacher. My dad was a teacher. So trying to cope with what's coming, that it's the realization of something that you love doing because of the energy and the interaction you get from the kids, realizing that maybe I won't be able to do this soon. It's hard. It's really hard. And not because of other factors, but just artificial intelligence. That's really the main thing that prompted this reflection. Just knowing that your profession will not be needed probably in less than, what, 10 years? 5 years? Every time I check this Twitter account, every day, he's got 10 new apps. 10 new apps. Artificial intelligence apps. To substitute something. The job of somebody. Okay, so I'm going to leave this here because it's almost 45 minutes. I'm going to continue with this one. I have not even started this one. Well, this one has got a bit of white, I think. bit of cream, but not that much. And I'm going to show you very quickly the coloring books. I wanted to do this one, and I think I'm going to leave this one live. So let me just put all my stuff away, including some of these colors that I've just separated. So it's not that I got these books recently, but I think they're good. What I like about her books is that they have all the images here, and it's thick because the images are repeated. I mean, you have here the suggestions. You can split the book in half. So if you just make a mistake, let's say that you're coloring this magnificent unicorn Pegasus. Let's say that you make a mistake there. You go through the book, and you have the other image, same image again. So I will start coloring this one soon. First I have to finish this. And then I got this one because sometime in the past I got another artist whom I love. This is a Mexican edition, of course. And this one is still closed. I will not open it up. But I have this one, Monet. And I started experimenting with the thumbnail. And you have back cover, all of them, mini reproductions, and well, you have a biography, you have the guide of the paintings, which page, the original size, when it was painted, so you have a list, the material. And these books, you can tear them off. And this was the first I did. Part of his studio with colored pencils. And I started this one like in December, but I have not advanced that much. And so far, this is what I've done. The rest are still white. So now I have to play with, I think with colored pencils. I was thinking about using oil pastels, but I don't think the paper will hold. I mean, it's thick enough. It's good enough. It's thick enough, but maybe it won't hold. So I got already like 30 coloring books, and I think I'm going to stop there. No more. That's it. Just too many. And there are even new ones by Kerberos that I have not started. This one is coming next, so don't worry. But I advanced the face of the gorilla a little bit. Some gel pens. I still have to work the area of the transition between the mountain and the head, shorten this area, and for the very, very dark colors, I'm using, let's see, sorry, I went off camera. I'm using a wax marker. Really good, really nice, and it gives you very, very dark colors. but I think that I might be able to add some acrylics. Let me see if I can pull it out. Let me see. I'll probably be using this cream color for some of the highlights here. This is fully mixed media, so be able to do that. I just wanted to show you how you can use whatever you can imagine to make your drawings stand out. Okay, so there you go. So I think we're done for the first 50 minutes. I think that if nothing wrong happens on Sunday, I'll be able to continue this one live as the second part. You have here the banner to know that probably the chat will be live. You have a blog there, visit my blog. I'm going to put there photos of what I'm doing. They're automatic posts every Wednesday and Sunday at 10 a.m. And I will continue with this one during the week. Kind of stress-free activity because I have a lot of things to evaluate. So when I get tired of the evaluation, I'll go and advance this one. And of course, these two guys here, you'll probably see something a little bit more worked for Sunday. So thank you very much for watching this premiere. See you around. I hope I don't have any problems starting the live. So take care. See you later on. Bye bye.